So hello everyone, once again we are back. ये है एक और दिन जिसमें हम खेलने वाले हैं जेंशिन। अभी फिलहाल हमारा जो कल का टास्क था उसी को कंटिन्यू रखने वाले हैं। तो अभी हम हैं यहाँ पे।
Move on. We shouldn't stay here.
फिलहाल कल के टास्क को पूरा करेंगे।
Wow! Can this launch blaster thing really shoot stuff from that far away?
It does launch and blast things, but it's actually called a ballista. And yes, it can.
But how does it stay on target?
It uses a remote guidance system. But...
Can I give it a try?
Oh, not a chance, kid. Can't have you hurting yourself.
Hey, Beto! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two. I was just introducing our product to these discerning young guys.
Paimon thought you were here for some... you know...
What? No, of course not.
I'm sorry. Are these three preventing you from doing business? Let me get them out of your hair. Come on. Time to go.
Oh, do we have to?
Don't sweat it. They were just curious. I'm happy to tell them more about it.
No, we've taken up enough of your time already.
Okay.
It was no bother, I swear. In fact, once the expo is over, come find me on my ship, and I'll let you see the ballista in action. How does that sound?
How much would it cost?
Not a single mora.
Free of
Really?
cost.
It's a promise then, miss.
Your vessel. It's a battleship, isn't it? Are you...
Why not? Whenever we're docked back in Liyue to pick up supplies, I always let the kids around the harbor come aboard to play, and boy, do they love it. If a kid from Liyue can do it, why not a kid from Sumeru?
ये
A
देखिए
battleship may as well be a
Dear,
giant
come on.
playground to them.
Is that so? I've heard that people in Liyue also turn gunpowder into explosive firecrackers and give them to children as toys. Perhaps only the kids back in your home country are lucky enough to look at a giant battleship.
If you're worried about safety, I can...
No, I suppose I'm just... envy.
Seems like he really cares about those kids, huh? Anyway,
Oh, just wanted to ask how it's going with the top secret...
They're circling the hook just fine.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
Shh.
Well, that just proves my point. Something...
Ah, except you never find something like this for sale there.
Excuse me?
He's coming this way!
Steady now.
That's mighty expensive.
well, no one's forcing you to buy it. If you're not interested, you're free to move along.
दोनों खड़े हैं यहाँ पे अलग-अलग।
What? Come on, there...
The Voynich Guild gets a cut of whatever I sell. Obviously, that...
Listen, I can tell this is something special.
I know it's something special, so I plan on getting paid what it's worth.
Perhaps there's a way we can both get what we want then.
What are you implying?
Well, Nod Cry's a big place. Surely this expo isn't the only place we can cut a deal.
Oh?
What would you say to working this out someplace else? Somewhere the guild can't get...
That means no guild protection either.
Considering the giant sword you've got handy, if anyone's getting robbed, it'd be...
Fine. Name a place. As a registered participant, though, I'm too...
Smart thinking. Let's meet here, then.
Good. He took the bait. Let's go elsewhere.
Started. ये
Captain
वोट है.
Beto's hook was what got him in the end, huh? Oh, I didn't get a chance to show off how convincing I can be.
This isn't tabletop troop, Navia. In real life, persuasion takes a lot more than a dice roll.
I brought a product tailor-made for Fontaine because I thought the group's activities were limited to that area. Turns out, we're dealing with an international crime ring. So I suppose it makes sense that Captain Beto's bait was more enticing. It's a good thing we teamed up.
We wouldn't have gotten far without your intel either. Gotta ask, though.
I read their file. When it comes down to it, they'd see the...
So, we meet up with this guy, catch him, and
No. The person we're meeting is just an underling sent to scout the situation. We're after the leader of the whole ring. And after observing the situation over the past 2 days, it's clear they have undercover agents waiting in the wings. If something happens to our point of contact, those agents will scatter to spread word of what happened, and whoever is behind this whole thing will know we're onto them.
in that case...
We have to get the jump on them all at once, and use them to get intel on our real target before he has a chance to react.
Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, though. We have nowhere near enough personnel for that. If even one of the agents escapes, it's over.
Let me guess. You'd rather follow this deal through to the end to lure out the real culprit? Nice idea, in theory. The problem is, in my experience, that person would never show their face for something like this.
I can work around that. But only as long as the deal goes ahead.
So, you're planning to trail the person picking up the goods. I suppose that could lead us to the big fish, but... that would mean we have to actually hand over the weapon. Aren't you worried about putting something that dangerous in the hands of criminals?
We can control how dangerous it is. But if we followed your plan, could we really guarantee that not a single agent would get away?
You're telling me you really have a way to mitigate the threat of that weapon?
You're telling me that you really have the wherewithal to carry out a large-scale search and seizure operation in Nodcry?
Are they... having a fight?
They're both experts in this sort of thing. A lot of back and forth is to be expected.
Don't worry. I think they're getting along great.
A successful collaboration requires trust. And a willingness to make concessions. So how about this? I'll meet up with the underling as planned and stall him as long as possible. While I'm keeping him busy, you round up the rest of the agents. Sound like a plan?
Yes, I appreciate the trust. And I promise you, not a single one will get away.
See? Like 2 peas in a pod.
Traveler, you should come with me to meet the buyer. After all, we promised Nefer you would be involved in all our operations.
The Traveler is kind of a famous face around these parts, though.
Then, you can serve as backup. Remain hidden, and on the off chance he tries anything...
Ha! Let's do this thing!
Oh, you really can't go lower?
Best I can do is shave off the amount the guild was going to take.
You're a tough nut to crack.
Depends on what you need. You don't look like you're from around these parts.
Yes, but there are a lot of eyes on the port.
That might be tricky. If you're worried about getting caught, then let's bypass the port entirely. We can launch from a secluded shoreline and use our own boat for transport.
Sorry. But I'd still...
Ah, I'm guessing the port of arrival is where you resell the goods? You want it hidden and unassuming. Most of the weapons have come in through Yulong.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Just connecting some dots. I think we're done here.
Out of the way!
It's one of the undercover agents! He's making a break for it!
The captain of the special patrol will take it from here.
One just popped up. Looks like the one on the surface has been subdued. There are children around. I have to avoid bloodshed. Trying to escape? Allow me to show you the way!
Whoa.
Nope, not this way. Had enough? Then turn around! Out of steam yet? 'Cause I can do this all day! Is still attached. And if you want to keep it that way, I suggest you stay right where you are.
A special patrol uniform. You think bringing me in is enough?
5 at the port, 10 on the outskirts of Nasha Town, 3 near the plaza. Factoring in you and the buyer, that makes 20. Save the best for last, right?
How did you...
Don't even think about it.
Well done, everyone. We appreciate the assist. The boss sends her thanks.
इसका थंबनेल बना सकते हैं भाई. Perfecto.
It was an honor. Without the Spinas held back in the day, we never would have been able to make it in Nodcry. It...
What? I needed to make you seem...
Yeah, I know. But hearing you call me boss will never not be hilarious.
Wow! Navia is something else!
Well, that explains your confidence. I had no idea the Spina di Rosula could mobilize these kinds of numbers outside of Fontaine. This Navia has quite a few tricks up her sleeve.
No trade expo rules were broken either. Even if Nefer saw it all unfold herself, we still wouldn't need to explain a thing.
Except for the guild's broken signboard, I would imagine.
It was an unavoidable sacrifice.
At any rate, I suppose the next step is to get these birds to sing. Should be an easy job. The Maison Gardiennage has a reputation for highly effective interrogation tactics.
And if that doesn't work, I've heard that spies from Liyue have their ways of making people talk as well.
Guess that means the operation operation was a success, right?
So far. Once we get someone to reveal who—
I'm sure that person is in hiding somewhere far removed from...
Shouldn't we update Nefer?
First, we need to figure out what we can learn from...
Well, that went a lot smoother than expected. You're thinking about if you feel like it's...
Excuse me? Are you the traveler?
Oh no! Did something...
I'm sorry, I don't know the details.
Now let's get a move on!
Either I throw the guild under the bus, or I get on the...
Let's try not to get too worked up.
Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this.
What happened?
You're here.
A theft?
You're asking me. The guild has...
Beto? Wait, that means...
The guild asked us to keep our goods stored on the designated shelves. I had a few prototypes that I was using for demonstration, which I had stored there. But when I came to check on things just now, I noticed that all of them had been stolen.
And each ballista is super dangerous.
Well, all the prototypes have a failsafe designed to prevent unauthorized use, so it could be worse. Still, we should get them back as soon as possible.
The guild will make sure of that. If you could just keep this between us for now, we would be super appreciative. Do we have to tell her?
Honesty is the best
I know, it's just...
Miss Yehuda...
What are you three doing here?
There's something you want to tell me, isn't there?
Well, Neb's been obsessed with the ballistas ever since we got here. That's why Uncle VijjuBaBaYT told us to come It seemed like he was interested in them too. Ever since this morning, we haven't been able to reach him.
And?
I don't think Uncle VijjuBaBaYT would do something.
VijjuBaBaYT works for the guild. He has... Wait, so now it's an insight?
He made those toys the kids were selling, right? They don't look like much on the outside, but if he's a tech guy... Oh.
So, this just went from bad to worse.
Uh-oh.
Could be. I mean, let's put it this way. Why don't you take these kids to the cure?
Got it.
Hold up. We can't hold these kids responsible, though. Right?
No, of course not, but...
You want to look out for these kids, don't you?
I promised I would.
Good, because I'm looking out for them too.
I guess we're on the same page then.
Take these kids to the curatorium. I'll update Yelan and tell her to...
Will do! So you can build them that big, huh? Amazing. It's just that...
Oh, wow! Fancy meeting you here. Could this be my lucky day? Anywho, I'm here on vacation. After traveling around Sumeru with you, I've only gotten faster and better at making fireworks. Business has been slow lately since it's the off-season for fireworks. After stocking up the shop with supplies, I decided to go on a little adventure and seek some inspiration. The plan is to have tons of fun before summer arrives. When I return with my new ideas, I'm sure my efficiency can only go up. I just got back from Hisi Island, and the colors all over the island were so beautiful! Oh, I'd love to make some fireworks that capture that feeling. So, I took a few pictures to use as reference when I get back. Huh? Oh, right, of course! I've already figured it out. I just forgot for a moment. I've gotten all the ideas from this trip. Right now, I'm working on getting some small gifts for my family and neighbors. Look, I got some local dried fish for Dad and midsummer berry jam for Mom. They're right? Now, I haven't bought any gifts for the children yet, but I've heard there's an engine. I heard she's super amazing. Word is that she built this cannon. I'm planning to pay her a visit and see if she can make some fun gadgets for the kids. I've also heard that she's a real free spirit, though. Won't take every commission, even if you offer her Mora. Should I bring something before visiting? I just don't know what she likes. Huh. So, I know the kid? And her... That's amazing! The kid next door would cry non-stop if left alone for just one. By contrast, it seems like the people of Nasha Town already see Aino as a... Still, just how many nights did she have to spend all by herself before now? Well, I can't change what happened before. Looks like it was the right choice to bring my tools with me. I'll head over to Nasha Town to borrow their crafting station. And what should I make? Fireworks? Tumari? Or maybe a spinning top? Yeah.
Well, this complicates things. Here I was hoping the trouble would start and end with you two. But no matter. This will all make for a very engaging story.
I wouldn't be so flippant. This time, it's one of yours causing trouble. I'm starting to wonder if all those agents we captured were just a distraction, so the real culprit could make their move.
It's all still up in the air right now. What can you three tell us about VijjuBaBaYT?
Uncle VijjuBaBaYT isn't our real uncle, but he is our guardian. He adopted us when we were little. He told us we all came from the same band of eremites in the desert, but apparently, we're the only ones left. We've been traveling from place to place with him for as long as I can remember. We got to Nagcry not too long ago.
Their eyes.
What about them?
I'm just reminded of something. About a decade ago, there was a band of eremites who, seemingly out of nowhere, gained technological capabilities far surpassing those of other groups. Leveraging that advantage, they built a number of highly advanced weapons and sold them to the highest bidder. The conflicts in the desert became even bloodier as a result. While the other groups were tearing each other to shreds, these newly minted arms traders, but before long, their own weapons were turned against them. And as the flames of conflict engulfed the desert, the group met. None of the weapons survived. And so, in the wake...
That's terrible.
In the desert, it's kill or be killed. People will stop at nothing to gain the upper hand. If this happened in Fontaine or Liyue, I'm sure the perpetrators would have been prosecuted to the full... From what they've told us, sounds like these kids are orphans from that particular...
Which means their guardian is likely one of the few...
Sounds like it.
No!
No matter what happened back, sure, he's...
I'm sorry.
So?
From our interrogations, we've learned that in 2 days, the person behind all the... But if Ashvapati...
Then let's focus our efforts on Ashvapati for now. If he stole the prototypes, there's bound to be a trail.
What can I do to help?
I work best in the shadows. The more people involved, the harder it is to operate. As soon as I've got a location, though, he's all yours. You let me handle the search.
Seizure?
Hey! Don't worry too much right now. The most...
Okay.
Looks like I'll need to enlist your service.
We just got word from Yelan. Looks like she managed to track down Ashvapati. Come on! Let's go meet up with the others!
Took me a bit longer than I expected, but I found where he's hiding.
Let me just be sure of one thing. We're dealing with someone who has extremely dangerous weaponry in his hands. If it comes to it, are you prepared to handle the worst-case scenario?
Absolutely. You just need to trust us, just like we trusted you earlier.
Yeah, we've got this. My crew's already locked and loaded.
I'll take you at your word.
I know you said you wanted to keep this operation small, but I still thought you could use some backup. So, I chose a few promising young Spina members to help out.
Yes, we're ready to roll then!
Now that you're here, I guess we can get this show on the road.
Wait!
I'm sorry, you can't come with us. You need to stay at the expo like we...
We know. It's just...
I wish I could answer that question.
He's been gone for But if that's true, then... that means he must have been involved in making and selling weapons in the past, too. Wouldn't that...
That's not for us to say. Take a look around the expo. There are plenty of other people making and selling weapons. Doesn't mean they're necessarily all bad.
Really?
The same is true for your uncle. Whatever he may have done in the past, the real question we need to ask is why. There's a lot we need to know before we can judge a person. In Fontaine, we have a long and complicated process in place just to make sure we get the right answer to that question.
Yeah. Why would Uncle Ashvapati do something like that?
How about this? I'll make sure that Miss Chevras and Miss Yelan promise to bring your uncle back safe and sound. Then you can ask him yourselves.
Thanks, miss.
This situation is complicated and unpredictable. It's all...
Regardless, it's a...
Then, let's all do our part to make sure this...
right there!
Where is he?
We missed him.
Looks like he left behind plenty of evidence that... Search the area. Let's see if we can find a lead.
Strange.
Wait! Is this what?
It's the display model that goes with the prototype. Guess that does make him our thief.
What's worse is that, with his technical background, I bet he managed to bypass the security.
You're saying our guy has a...
Oh,
Something isn't adding up.
That's a question for another time.
Hey! There's a letter here!
Look at how it's positioned.
You think he knew we would come here?
If he did, he's a more impressive opponent than I anticipated.
Let's keep going. We can read it together when we debrief. These records look suspiciously familiar.
Yeah. Doesn't seem very coincidental.
What is it?
Remember when I said this group's cover was ironclad? They were all the one time they slipped up.
It was a similar story on our end.
And now that same manifest shows up here.
So...
Unless it wasn't a slip-up.
No. Almost like he let us...
This situation seems more complicated.
You don't think he's working for...
Unlikely.
Well, if we want to get to the bottom of this, he's still our... That would seem to be our...
To the officers of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol and the Liyue Qixing, I doubt my secret hiding spot will be a secret much. I'm just glad I no longer have to run. It all started with a Kashara War researcher, expelled from the academia for violating a taboo. He had dedicated his life to the pursuit of knowledge. But when he found himself in the desert, it wasn't even worth a pail of... Could you spare some water?
Researchers like you are a dime a dozen. Smart as a whip until you find yourself in the desert.
Are you mocking me?
No, son. Just still trying to You got somewhere to go?
Not really. Thanks to this water, though. At least I can rule out the bottom of a vulture's stomach.
Now you're talking like desert folk.
What would I do?
Gather food, guard our water source. Of course, if you have something you're good at, you're welcome to show it off.
All I know is...
Weapons?
Yeah. I love studying them. I believe the essence of Kashara War research is embodied in weaponry. And my lifelong goal has always been to become a foremost expert on all kinds of weapons, so I can invent even more advanced ones. So I might have borrowed a few sensitive techs without permission, but you see the vision, right? The higher-ups in the academia just didn't understand.
The academia could have 1,001 reasons for exiling you out here, and it still wouldn't matter to me, son. Oh,
hi.
True, weapons are... But when it comes to protecting the people...
Overkill.
Our group is lucky. Plus, we're pretty far up. All in all, we don't have to travel to find water. We don't have... There are plenty of ways...
I see.
I've heard you Kashara scholars...
You mean, like... toys?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind.
All right, then. And just like that, a Kashara War scholar at the cutting edge of his field ended up... It got boring from time to time. Looking back now, I wish I could have lived like that until the end of my days. But then, those despicable people showed up. Don't rush me.
Oh, they've got a lot of nerve showing their...
Send the gem?
Well, we have a right to this oasis, too.
You hated this place. After that giant scene...
Because I knew better than to be...
You abandoned this place. If we'd done the same, the oasis wouldn't even exist anymore. You gave up your right to be here a long time.
I heard they joined another band of Eremites after leaving us, but got kicked out. I bet they're only crawling back to us now.
Chief, should we drive them off? I'd like to see you try. I'm warned.
Leave them be. This oasis, all that matters is...
At the time, I didn't think much of it. And so, normal life continued. I often found myself flipping through my collection of blueprints, and as far as I knew, no one had been able to analyze or reproduce the technology, but I was able to design a kind of lure to bait them into attacking. Somehow, the new arrivals at the Oasis must...
Hope you don't mind me asking, but is that...
I do mind, actually.
Rumor is you used to be a
What do you want?
I want to team up. The rules and red tape that got you kicked out of the academia, they don't exist in the desert. But what if...
What are you suggesting?
Me and my men can get... We've always had a good...
You want to sell it?
It's a win-win. You provide the goods.
I don't know.
I understand what you're worried. These people don't think bigger than this place. They don't get involved in conflict. I mean...
You've made a bad name for...
Well, it's your choice. But it could be the last meaningful choice you ever... So I'll ask you again. Do you want to finally develop the weapons you've been dreaming of and realize your academic ambitions?
How I wish I'd made the right choice back then.
Yeah, we increased our price.
So, you're really as money hungry.
Cash is king. That's just...
Fine.
I'm done.
What are you talking about?
I know what the weapons have been...
An accomplice? Listen, that's got nothing to do with us.
Can't you sell more than just weapons?
If you want to make the big Mora, you gotta push what sells. That's just how it is.
And...
Fine. I've made more than enough to leave this dump in the dust.
What was that? No. Kaem was it.
मेरे को तो ये विलन लग रहा था भाई, इसी पे हमला हो गया.
How did this happen?
You won't find a tribe in this desert without enemies. People have tried to steal water from this oasis in the past, but Kaem was that drove them off. Guess
you sold weapons to his enemies.
It was the perfect excuse to drive up the price, that's why.
It was only later that I found out. I didn't chase after them, or try to hold them accountable. In that moment, but once the weapons I designed were turned against us. In the end, and now, you know the full account of my crimes. I've been raising them ever since, while attempting to hunt down the men who made them orphans in the first place. This confession is for the kids to read, too. I know I'm in no position to make requests, but please, back then.
Jeez.
He's after the same target as us. And he's out for revenge.
He even lured us to Nodcry to help him get it.
I think I know what he's planning to do with those ballistas now.
Then we need to find him ASAP! It sounds like he's about to do something super dangerous.
I can't just let him get rid of our target either. This crime ring runs deep. There's... Oh?
You got something?
He knew we'd be out of the picture investigating this place. I think he decided to spring the trap that we set up.
Oh, snap.
The meeting will be happening any time.
ओके यहाँ भेज रहे हैं।
Ashvapati.
It's been a while, Senegem.
How did you find this place?
All these years. And the signal you use for the meetup point still hasn't changed.
Useless bunch of idiots. Just wait until my backup gets here.
Oh, I think that might take a while. The Fontaine and Liyue authorities have your men locked down tight.
No. There's no way the cops could have known we'd be here.
Unless, of course, someone deliberately left a trail of clues, leading them straight to the X. If they hadn't taken your agents out of the equation, I doubt I would have been able to lure you here.
So now what? You gonna turn me in, too?
No. The authorities can have your men.
Is that for Tui Tech? Looks like your skills are as good as ever. Listen, I know you're mad that I've been racking up more.
After everything that happened.
Because what's the alternative? After Kayem was that took you in, what you should have learned is that banking up in the desert, my people just look at me.
You think everyone is as much of a lowlife as you?
A lowlife? You're talking to a renowned Fontanian philanthropist who lives in the...
Are you done?
Clearly there's no reasoning with you, fine. But if you want me dead so bad, why...
Don't you worry. I brought plenty of firepower with me.
Whoa.
What the... Are you crazy? If that thing fires, you're not getting out of here alive either.
Yes, that's the plan. It's high time both of us paid the price for our sins.
He's lost his mind. Get him! Start breaking his bones until he removes this barrier.
Hold it right there, all of you. Otherwise, I've got enough firepower to go around, too.
The Maison Gardiennage.
You got here sooner than I expected.
Hey! What's that in the sky? Looks like bad news!
Ashvapati, you have my word that these people will face the judgment of the Fontaine courts.
Fontanian justice is too merciful for them. You should...
Stubborn fool.
I don't deserve them!
What is it you feel you need to atone for? Weapon?
You're from Liyue, right? Your ancestors were the first people to master the recipe for gunpowder. Surely, it's choices like that which make Liyue what it is today. I hear, but me? I chose to use my research skills.
Sounds like you don't know as much as you think about fireworks. They might be harmless fun in this day and age, but they started out as weapons too, you know.
What?
That's right. Fireworks and firecrackers were originally developed for use as weapons. Over time, evil spirits learned to fear the sight of flames, and the beasts retreated into the mountains. The peace we enjoy today isn't because the weapons are what secured us the peace in the first place. It's people, not weapons, that commit acts of evil. And when people...
Time is running out. Please. Leave while you still can.
Relax. Now that we have these guys in custody, I think we can find a way of repurposing.
I knew they were looking for trouble, but they messed with the wrong manager.
Captain, we're in position!
Prepare to intercept! On my signal! Fire!
But how?
A fireworks show? Oh.
Recording mode on.
Has this always been part of the show?
No funny business! I never imagined the Guizhong ballista could...
If you'll agree to come with us and answer some questions, it would...
Of course. You'll have my full cooperation.
Honestly, me neither. I'm sure a case like yours would have Fontaine's... As for these arms dealers, though, I can confidently say that none of them will be getting away with this. I know. There's no sentence the court can give them that will satisfy you. Considering the alternative...
कंप्लीट चलो भाई लेकिन इसी में भी एक ना एक आ जाएगा फिर से दे दिया फिर से
What do you think they did with Ashvapati in the end? Let's go ask them for an update.
Now that we are on the other side of this incident, I suggest we put any remaining questions to rest here and now. The Voynich Guild won't be responsible for any disputes remaining after this meeting.
Understood. Well, there's been no serious harm to me or any of my compatriots. And with the arms deal...
I appreciate your flexibility. As for you... Given your association with the Voynich Guild, I suspect the
Then what do you propose, Miss Chevreuse?
While pursuing one of the suspects in this case, it was unfortunately necessary for me to destroy...
Is that an official confession, officer?
What I'm suggesting is that I don't file charges against Ashvapati, he stays here, and in return, you don't seek damages for the signboard. Sound fair?
Deal.
Huh. That went surprisingly smoothly. Paimon figured it was gonna be a whole ordeal.
Uncle Ashvapati,
They told us the whole story.
But
If you'd been less trusting of the promises the way I see it, you're
Yeah.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
Children. From now on.
Traveler, Yelan. On behalf of the Fontaine authorities, it has been a pleasure working with...
I have plenty of other business to attend to, so it's probably...
Looks like you're a free man.
I guess, but even if they won't arrest me, I still have a lot to answer for.
After you joined us, it didn't take me long to find out that you'd lied about nearly everything. Everything. I actually considered, thanks to the Traveler, I now know the full story. And my, what a story.
Are you?
I mean, obviously I can't let you stay. I'd recommend that you take...
Why?
The desert has been plagued by seemingly endless Sumeru of today.
Sure. We could put up a few tents and...
Where there's Mora, there's always a way.
So Mora is the answer, huh?
Don't take her so literally. She's just doing her sales pitch.
Sure can.
Huh?
Ta-da! I present simply plant it in the ground, and a spring will instantly start growing. Before long, you'll have your...
What the...
Huh. Looks genuine.
Goodness. They always say you can find out...
Actually, this could be your lucky day. The mage who tasked me with selling this insisted on setting the price herself. Needless to say, I could have found far more lucrative options. But alas...
Whatever keeps the kids happy?
Good question. I got it! How about I charge you whatever you three kids... I think that would keep the kids of...
Deal!
Hooray!
Well, this was a strange turn of events.
I think it's safe to say that this was one of the more memorable trade expos.
The Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
This must be it. Oh. Doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Ah! Never!
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Before we start, shall we see if we've made the... Indeed. Quicker than we thought. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get...
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter.
might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure did.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed before performing the deed.
Entering unopposed? So, do you think there's a chance that the culprit would usually have right of entry?
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on, specifically, that Flint...
Flint's?
We have tried to contact him, but...
Very odd indeed.
So, he's the prime suspect right now, right?
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen. So, the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions.
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but...
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's or Rerir in disguise?
Yeah! What reason would Flint's have...
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been...
Yeah! They would have often gone out on missions to...
Yes, but there's one thing worth... This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge. Likely so that he could act in secret.
But no matter what, barring a...
Precisely. In other words, he likely knew then that the real Flint's would not appear and get it. We'd have to ask Flint's ourselves, and there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rerir may have already killed Flint's long ago. Yes, that is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before...
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so... We're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret.
Don't worry. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down.
Oh, right! Before we go, should we reveal Rerir's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush. Hey! Why are you laughing?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos. Setting aside the matter of evidence, some may tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just... And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh?
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
Oh, right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important.
You're welcome.
Hey, you!
The rain won't slow me down.
really rolling in. Quick! Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on, let's go see! Monsters!
Dodge this! Don't push your... Don't get frostbite. Cool it! Dodge this!
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
ओए ओए समझ ही नहीं वाले
Beware the creatures of the night. Be silent. This moment will be frozen in time. Observe. Be silent.
Go as planned!
Freeze! Close your eyes. Observe.
This monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not... There's something inside it. Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore?
ठीक है कुछ भी नहीं ओके
A fight took place here. Did Flints leave these marks?
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flints' voice? Did you hear that? But...
How shall we save her?
quite finished.
Barbados, guide us.
Be silent. To dust. Observe. To dust. Close your eyes.
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this. Be silent. Close your eyes.
I swear by my sword. Overruled. This is where you fall. Transfixed. Go on.
Observe. Do you fear the dark? Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. Close your eyes. Night falls. Observe. Close your eyes.
अबे और भी लोग आ रहे हैं.
Do you fear the dark? Be silent.
Go as planned. Go as planned. Wait, hear me.
Cool it.
Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick, use the lantern!
क्या हो गया? हीलिंग जाएगी। ओके फिर से स्टार्ट होगा ये, बट ये तो है, इसके बाद जाना कहाँ है?
Ah! We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick, use the lantern!
Okay. चार्ज हो जा। एक और लैंप यहाँ रखा है वैसे। ये दोनों एक साथ आए तो ठीक है, अलग अलग आए तो दिक्कत हो जाएगा। अबे गलत टाइम पे आ गया। पहुंच गए लगभग, पहुंच गए।
Hand it over. That was mine from the first. You're a fool. You again.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern now!
It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rarer out here. Oh,
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your... To think you had the power to so easily Might I ask what magic that was? And an enviable...
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
That is a long story. I sensed a power surging within. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And afterwards I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there. It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could not...
Is that what rarer claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Were our places switched, would you discard it? Knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to count.
Yeah, throwing it...
Only those who shoulder risk. Though either way, it seemed... I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Well...
Ah. I see. To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more difficulty tracking me down. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely...
You mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into...
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast, then.
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should.
Ah.
So not only is this Rerir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks, too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. He worked so hard, seeking to produce...
Oh.
But every year they would... In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it? So he waited. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take...
Oh.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this?
Could Rarer be angry that the cannon...
We shall just have to exercise some discretion.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust.
Dodge this! Quite the fun. Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Be silent. To dust. Close your eyes. Observe. Close your... Observe. Night falls.
Oh, so sorry.
Close your eyes. Observe. To dust. Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist. I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here.
Yeah. Guess.
Since you two can enter,
Oh? And.
you'll know when the time...
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him. Hello?
Ah, you're the special assistants for this invest.
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. If there's anything else you'd like to look into... Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused it. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate...
We'll do our part too. All right, we're going in. See you later. Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, but we still... Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly?
यहाँ पे क्या कर रहा है?
Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Come. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why do this?
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
कुछ नहीं
If the
बच्चा
Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to
चला
stand
रहे
against the
हैं
world as you claim,
live stream
I fear not he would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit.
नेट इशू आ रहा है क्या
When we
सही
fought,
चल
he
रहा है
seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Ugh, this is so frustrating! You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right?
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're But the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but...
The Soci you met could have been
That's right! If only
You mean hint?
we had a short chat with him once...
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And one more thing. Remember to pick me up by the window.
Oh, it's you two. On Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Soci. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Soci. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true? You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of... His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could put... And I understood. Completely. Not being able to use your hand. And eventually, the parts arrived. What's with those faces? Everything all right?
You've provided us with some We can't make everything public yet. But once our investigation is complete, I will...
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Soci you encountered while 8 days ago, he had yet to act. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting.
You're saying... Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved.
This also... But how would that help? Assuming he planned...
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down.
Yes. I'd say it is high time we took a break. We'll have to fight Rhaenyra.
Yeah, we should
A reasonable suggestion. My colleagues have never.
Well,
That would be good. Yeah.
phew, back inside.
Had you already sensed the unique. I see. Fortunate then that abyssal.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with—
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose.
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries and
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty. Your deductions have been quite correct. You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eye.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance. But they still—
We've heard some scattered legends.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon awakening was that which shone from their eyes.
Is that why you chose—
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, but I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery. Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. So joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done. Nonetheless, there are still some things I will not allow to happen. The chaos that Rerir has been stirring up is one of them. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find—
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
Can you even go back there right now?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that.
All right then, we'll trust you.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow. So much noise. What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here, or isn't he?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're... Flint's is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to...
You better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the wild hunt too, huh?
What happened? Did something leak out? were so careful last night. How did anyone see us? What do you mean? Ugh, this is so confusing! What do we do? These people are no match for Flint's, but they're super heated right now. It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it any easier to explain either. Okay!
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on!
What in Teyvat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent, boss? Do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness. And who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. Exactly.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait, it's...
All right.
Oh, alright then.
Well...
No sign of Flint's.
But how can that be?
Done searching, are we?
Oh. Sophia.
So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flint's and obtained some new information. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the Wild Hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one, seemingly, was exempt. And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part, but I wouldn't discount Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this?
And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to shine. While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, pause. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Might he intend to come back and...
Well, he's out of harm's way now.
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is, we've got lots of new intel to share.
All right, then. Let's have this discussion over at my place. I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a Wild Hunt anomaly.
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rare shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right? So
if I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The action. Some of these must have been.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again?
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them.
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile, the Wild Hunt continues to grow in scale by the day.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got
a feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
There are 3 Wild Hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But
Works for me! Inefa and I will take our workshop assistants.
The Curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here.
Never mind you.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now.
Gotcha! Stay safe, everyone.
Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right? No one's guarding this place, just like he said. But, where do we find the information he mentioned?
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah! There you are! Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient option. To expose the true intentions of this Rarir, We need to dive into Nodcry's history.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ah! Ghost! That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint?
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
But that file really did move by itself. Hey, come out! Don't scare Paimon like...
Wild Hunt Phenomenologue?
Hey! Another file's moving!
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility. On the contrary, it seems we're being aided somehow.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Okay.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale. What about you?
Paimon as well. Guess that
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something.
All right. Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. And look. All these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to...
Some of these records are too old.
And here's another similarity.
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive but now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain. Indeed, despite the name, I would not call a Tide Seal Stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it...
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Yes, that might be it. It could, and while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies...
Paimon, cut!
What are you referring to?
We had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant...
There was. I don't need believing him more than...
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question. What makes it so special that he need... That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look. Ah, it's an ibis.
It's carrying a letter!
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
That's gotta be Rerear's doing.
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete
What should we do?
Let's go to the cannon's target site. One moment. Just let me...
Go! Fly!
You're here, as expected.
Humans, you never change. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry,
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think when all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them. They did this all of their own volition. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aino would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to...
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question, if I may. See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams, but now it seems useless to you. What is it exactly?
That.
Sorry, what?
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished. Every last fragment calls to me. Soon.
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse. I guess they don't call you one of the 5 sinners for nothing.
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began. But each time, the fragment, that which you hold in your hand, was my heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turbulent Kuvaki energies and be fully reborn.
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize the fragment from me.
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and over, yet always I rebuild it. It may smash my flesh and crush my bones thousands of times and more, but that is of no consequence to me. What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering, everything I endured, and I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot will multiply my strength immeasurably. It will not be a full restoration, no, but it will be more than enough to destroy. Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption well before you have the time to kneel.
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light! Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious actors.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds and beasts. What exactly is going on?
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rarir's plan. Not only did he plant seeds of suspicion in people's hearts, seems he's now igniting them. Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there, but that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis, so they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick buck out of this whole mess.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent?
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities, and it's what even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by.
Even so.
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you be the one to handle them. Not like that's the only major problem on our plate right now.
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation of the cannon entails a high risk of incorrect operation.
Well, about that... What?
They might. If Rerir has already formulated... For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that anyone who tries to stop it must be with the Wild Hunt. We will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people. Brute force must be avoided, if possible.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon. Oh, you're back. And you have a letter? The Traveler won't make it back in time. So they're heading straight over to Star Sand Shoal instead.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why would he go there?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then he's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that his trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape, so they haven't gotten in our way. But it won't be so easy from here on out. Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have no choice but to force our way through.
Is that Lady Lama? But are you really her?
It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power. Having lived on Hisi Island for so long, it is not something that anyone else could imitate.
I do, yes. So it really is you, my lady. But why are you here? Really, I believe you, but the others, well, they'll be on high alert.
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon.
But...
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha, but you chose to leave the island. You had the resolve and the courage to start a new life. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as that life was about to begin. I seek to redress this injustice, not only for you, but for everyone here who wishes to live their lives free from this chaos. Please, have faith in our long-standing friendship, and that this is where my heart has led me.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you. Please help us.
Then come. I need you to step forward alongside.
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job. All right, everyone. Let us meet again later.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay. See you again.
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you. her! It's her! Everyone, it's her!
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves.
I always knew something was off about you.
We won't let you pass.
Abyssal creature, aren't you?
Time to teach you a lesson you go. Forget.
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome.
The cannon is all yours now.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Inefa, give her a krankake.
Orders received and immediately deferred.
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs, but in the face of the immense threat that hangs above us all, we must persist in trusting one another. Otherwise, rifts will surely form, prized open by those who harbor ulterior motives. If your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me, you who are lost. I am no god, but so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be concealed. Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand firm against the false illusions by which our foe seeks to...
Let's go, Inefa. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Adjusting route. Make ready.
Out of the way, small fry. What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! Get out of there!
Whoa, nice!
Preparing barrier breakthrough. Brace for impact.
Knuckle Duckle, what are you doing here? Go claw! Flash attack!
Ultimatum protocol. Defensive mode engaged. Interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode. Accelerate cleanup sequence initiated. Annihilation mode. Defensive mode engaged.
This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded. Preheat.
Aw, alright, let's—
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki. Damage assessment. Incalculable.
No, I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that. We are out of time.
All your efforts have been futile. It is too late now.
Perhaps you're right. Why aren't you running?
Sigisato passa sax, intimi potus in necritus necrus baptisi, que omnes tu zonos pentusi. Osesticos palatin pirantur resuricum, topir aetion veratum.
Send your ID, your ID number.
Well, that's not good.
Sluggish. I can barely muster.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human.
What's with him?
Verfnir.
shrine, daughter. Flinders.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you. A monster fueled by nothing but his own obsession.
Matters not. Having a heart. Being human. It's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly insignificant. You matter not. Does anything in this world. None of it matters to me! Fools. Time to die! You too have the potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid. How laughable that you should die for their sake.
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. You're not the only one who got stronger. Polonia!
Looking for me? After sensing your arrival, I wanted to see how close I could get to you from behind.
Because you had nothing better to do? Or...
Is that how it seems? The Tsaritsa only sought the power of the moon goddesses. Take walks, watch the moon, sometimes sing. But...
She didn't like...
No. She praised it, actually. Because, for those not to... Oh, and there was another reason. She said... So, I used to just sing... Get along? She often showed up behind me without making a sound. Like I did to you earlier. I too attempted to join in on the game. But she always managed to spot me before I even got close. Eventually, I resorted to using Kuvaki and managed. Yeah, Paimon doubts that was a game to the knave at all. What else? Oh, I obliged him a few times, but it was so dull. Yes, even though I've run away from Arlecchino and Sandrone treated. Give me your hand. Rosaline taught me it's important to always express gratitude to others, so thank you for listening to me. I believe that's enough for today. Whoa, that was sudden. Yeah, guess you're right. Well...
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful... Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then.
Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out. Equipped Paulownia with comprehensive countermeasures. We were going to settle the score.
But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Paulownia would have been...
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps...
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head, and don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your research.
That was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again! Come on, Paulownia! We're leaving!
Well, anyway, thank you. I was worried about you, too, and then Well, I brought your associate along for the ride, too.
You're not afraid to speak your...
Still, what do we do now?
We did block most of the Kuvaki, but we still don't know what his aims are, and he may continue gathering power. So we must be very careful.
After you left, I can no longer sense his presence. That means it's safe out there for now.
A question, if I may, kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you?
No.
I see.
Oh yeah! The cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it? Paimon wonders how Aino and the others are...
In that case, Miss
Go now, all of you. Do not worry. My strength still isn't returning. It seems my time is running out.
Okay, so now it's complete. नहीं हुआ अभी. अकाउंट रिव्यू के लिए अपना UID सेंड कर दो और रिव्यू कल करेंगे अपन, क्योंकि आज वैसे भी काफ़ी टाइम हो जाएगा। अभी 10 बजे से VijjuBaBaYT का लाइव स्ट्रीम भी स्टार्ट करूँगा 9 समथिंग, ज़्यादा लेट नहीं करने वाला। तो बस अभी कुछ
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the
1-1.5
harm.
घंटे का रेस्ट
Only
रहेगा।
a few townspeople were hurt. But the Raher of Solnari has now gained a complete form.
आज डेली
While
टास्क भी
we
नहीं
still
करने
know
वाला।
nothing about his goals.
It seems we have done something akin. I'm sorry. Is
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy seems more than slightly understood.
He said that this world means nothing to him. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
Is there, still time for me to... just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's...
So my canon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help.
That's right. And it still works on normal wild hunt anomalies. Don't let this get you down, I know.
Flints, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained everything to them. You're in the clear.
My thanks. For that and for everything else I hear you did to help us arrive at the truth.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often...
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only...
Well... There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send up.
सो लाइव स्ट्रीम करते हैं अभी ऑफ, इसके बाद आएंगे हम VijjuBaBaYT में। आज के लिए बस इतना ही, धन्यवाद देवियों और सज्जनों। इसको कंप्लीट करूं क्या? हाँ वैसे भी लास्ट का ही है अभी।
This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. But people, once used to illumination, are apt to ignore the lantern's presence. Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work to be done. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Oh, poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rarir achieved his goals, but we will pursue him to the last, even if the outcome is not what we wish for. It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
What are you two talking about? Care to explain? Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, stay a while and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred, until it closes its eyes in the depths of night, and a lantern lit for you alone flickers softly into life. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
चलो भाई करते हैं यहाँ पे ऑफ। टाटा बाय बाय, मिलते हैं नाइट में BGMI के साथ, जो कि बहुत ही बेहतरीन फाइट होने वाली है। मिलते हैं करीबन 9:30 बजे के लगभग। ओके, अभी इसको यहीं पे ऑफ कर दे।